Coming up on District-Wide Update, find out about 2 grants the district was awarded to help create a safe and inclusive learning environment for our students. And we've added a new segment to the update, but you'll have to stick around to find out. And finally, start climbing some walls with students at Bryan Elementary. Learn about all that and so much more right now on District-Wide Update. Hello and welcome back to this edition of District-Wide Update. Well, spring has finally arrived and it brought some great stories with it. So sit back, relax, and let's check it out. The school board held its monthly meeting Monday, April 8th, and in case you missed it, here's a quick recap. A public hearing was held adopting the certified budget report for the 2013 to 2014 fiscal year, highlighted by the fact that the school district's tax levy has decreased. In another public hearing, Conlin Construction was awarded the contract for the Hempstead High School renovation project in the amount of $30,343,000. The board also approved a number of summer projects. In new business, the board reviewed the district technology plan, which will be funded with $3.5 million from the 1-cent sales tax fund for 4 years and $2.5 million each year thereafter. The plan anticipates having over 2,400 tablets in the next 2 years, and by 2016, the goal will be to have one-to-one computing in high school. The board also reviewed the updated goals for the strategic plan. Now remember, you can always catch the latest school board meeting in its entirety. Check out our website at www.dbqschools.org, or stick with us here on Channel 16 and 97.6 for daily replays. Well, here in the Dubuque Community School District, we're always striving for excellence, and we pride ourselves on our ability to work together to create the best environment for students to learn in. A grant we received is helping us be leaders in the state at doing just that. It's called the Iowa Safe and Supportive Schools Grant.
It's a grant that we are utilizing to help us figure out ways in which to involve students who are not engaged in the school. So we utilize a survey that parents, teachers, and students take to help us with their process.
To make good use of the grant, Senior High School developed an organization of students interested in bettering the student involvement in their school.
I think the main point of the group is just to get a community in senior and trying to get everyone, as many people as they can involved.
The committee develops different activities for the school to participate in throughout the year. But what's most important is making sure there's something for everyone to get involved with.
If you have something that you can relate to within your school environment, such as being involved in an activity, I think it betters your chances for improving in the classroom and in the community as well.
I think it's good to have a good community atmosphere in school and to know that you're included in everything and that you can do what you want to do.
The organization started 2 years ago, and already they've seen many positive improvements.
There's a lot of kids who I started off talking to who were just kind of going through the phases of coming to school, not really attending classes like they should, not getting involved in a lot of things. And I'm seeing them walking around here, getting to school on time, getting involved.
Senior already had a really good fan base, and people were always going to the games and really supportive of the school. But I think I see more different people that I don't normally see at the games and stuff, going and supporting things.
I think it's a great program. We're definitely seeing some advancements with different clubs and organizations and student body in general.
As work on the grant continues to progress, their next plan of action is reaching out to the community to focus on service learning. Along with the Iowa Safe and Supportive Schools Grant, we also received the STEP Grant. It stands for Services, Training, Education, and Policies, and works to reduce sexual assault, domestic violence, dating violence, and stalking among secondary students. The grant is offered by the Office of Violence Against Women at the Department of Justice and is meant to prevent these crimes with our middle school and high school students by helping them develop healthy adolescent relationships. 46 schools applied for the grant, and we were one out of only 9 schools who received it. The school district will receive $488,000 over the next 3 years. The committee handling the grant has started the strategic planning phase and will begin implementation activities next year. Well, it's time for a new segment we're starting called Staff Spotlight. Every episode will feature a different staff member in the school district. We thought it was about time we got to know some of the amazing people helping to make our district so awesome. So let's get to it. Here's our first ever featured teacher. This month's staff spotlight is Angie Breitbach. She's a third grade teacher at Carver Elementary and has been teaching full-time for 18 years now.
I always loved school. I would always play school, and when I was babysitting, I would be the teacher and make the children be students. And my grandma was also a teacher in a one-room schoolhouse, and I really admired her, and I just thought that was really awesome. So I think I always kind of had an interest in teaching.
She actually started in music education, but soon recognized her passion for teaching in the classroom.
My favorite part is when the students experience some kind of success, no matter how small. You're always looking for that moment when they learn something new, or they realize something, or the light bulb comes on and they have that success, and it feels so good for them, and that feels so good for me.
What have you learned about extreme environments?
I'd heard about her long before I came here. You know, when they found out at my other school that I was coming here, they said, "Oh, you get to work with Angie Breitbach." So I knew that her name was out there and that she had a very good reputation within the district. And I've come to see that in working with her in just these first 2 years of being here at Carver.
And here's some great ideas about adaptations that you've read about.
Not only does she have the respect from her colleagues, but it's clear that her students love her too.
My favorite thing about Miss Breitbach is that she takes time to help other students and sometimes me.
I think that she very much engages her kids in learning. She embraces technology, and she uses it daily with her kids, especially with the use of the smart board.
My favorite thing that I do in class with her is probably when we do smartboard activities.
Instead of having to write everything down, she gets to type it and use like slideshows.
And it's because of her enthusiasm in the classroom that her students are so successful.
I think they respond very, very well. I think when she asks something of them, they give it to her. And I think she's kind of a person who will draw it out of them, no matter if they even try to resist or try not to be actively engaged. She still pulls them in and gets them to take part.
She makes people laugh when she does it, and she usually lets everybody have a fair equal turn to do things.
An idiom is an expression in which the entire meaning.
From the first moment I came in to Carver, getting acclimated to the building first of all, and reacquainting myself with third grade curriculum, she was there for me every step of the way. So I just feel like I'm very lucky not only to have a teaching partner, but also have her as a friend.
If you go into Miss Breitbach's class, you're going to have a really good time.
And what advice does she have for future teachers?
If you want to get into education, you really do have to have a love of learning, because you want to instill that in your children, in your students, and that you need to be prepared to work hard, because teaching isn't just coming to school for your 7 hours and teaching. There's a lot of beforehand work and work afterward. So just be prepared for all that comes with it, but when you see the students succeeding, that makes it all worthwhile.
Well, if you didn't know Angie before, you do now, and I certainly think she's someone worth knowing. Do you know someone who would be great to feature in our next episodes? We'd love your input. Send us an email at tellyourstory@dbqschools.org and nominate someone you think deserves some time in the spotlight. Well, as you know, Senior High School has been searching for its next principal since Rick Kolpitz became the district's Executive Director of Human Resources. Now we are excited to share with you that the new, well, okay, not so new, principal of Senior will be Dr. Dan Johnson. Now, Johnson has been part of the Senior Ram Fam for 11 years and has been an assistant principal since 2008. He will begin his appointment as principal for the start of the 2013-14 school year and will be responsible for the strategic and day-to-day operations of the school, which serves approximately 1,600 students and has 200 professional and support staff. Congratulations, Dr. Johnson. And speaking of Senior, the Rams boys basketball team had a pretty outstanding season this year. And in case you weren't able to catch a game, here's a quick recap.
It was an incredible season. I loved every second of it, especially being my senior year. That was the way to go out.
I thought it was awesome. Great teammates, great coaches, and just it was just a fun year to be playing out there with everybody.
We had a great group of guys, that believed in what we could get accomplished, and they just kept pushing forward and just had a super year. Our students, our alumni, teachers, community was all there, and supporting us, and it just carried on from there. It seemed like now every time we went on the road to see the Rapids, to Cedar Falls, Waterloo, we had a huge contingent of fans heading down there, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
It was amazing. Freshman year, you know, it was challenging. You know, we were lucky to have you know, 100 people in the gym for a game, but nowadays it's packed as most nights, and I just love every second of it, and I'm so grateful for everybody.
The student section was awesome every single game. Even in a lot of away games, we had more fans in them, and they're just incredible.
We got a great group of guys from the starters to the guys that don't see the court and are behind the scenes. They do a lot for us. Our coaches are incredible. They put a lot of time in and effort, and I couldn't ask for a better place to play and better teammates.
We just all worked hard every day, day in and day out, and we always had each other's backs.
They are a very, very close group. They love being around each other. Doesn't matter if it's in the gym, if it's at a team meal, at a hotel, whatever it is. You know, whenever we traveled last summer, these guys had a great time.
The people that care about you the most are the most important in life, and just the little things you gotta appreciate, because you never know when you're not gonna be able to do it again. Just being around all the guys and all the coaches and just having a good time, always, you know, just hanging out and being with everybody is probably my favorite moment that I'll cherish forever.
Well, congratulations on an incredible season, boys. We're already looking forward to next season. Over 1,100 students, teachers, and staff packed the gym at Roosevelt Middle School for an assembly to celebrate their recent dedication as a MOVE model site. It's the second Dubuque Community School to receive this honor, following Eisenhower in 2012. MOVE stands for Mobility Opportunities via Education, and is a program designed to help children and adults with physical disabilities acquire increased independence in sitting, standing, and walking. The entire school cheered as the students being honored walked across the gym floor. It was quite the celebration. While students at Bryan Elementary were so excited to be back at school after spring break that they were climbing the walls. Literally. Check it out. Well, if you're a student in Chad Hamilton's gym class, you don't just get to play flag football or freeze tag. You also get to try out rock climbing.
I call it the ropes course. There's about 6 different stations that they have set up. Go from a rope swing to tightrope walking to 2 rock walls to a centipede. And it's really a challenge by choice. So the students can challenge themselves. If they don't want to go up all the way to the top, that's fine. I try to encourage them to go to as far as they can. It kind of pushes them to their limits a little bit, something new they haven't done before. So it's a unit they enjoy.
And it's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of preparation work involved. Before they can start climbing, the kids learn how to put on their own harnesses and attach the rope. They also have to learn many different terms used in the sport.
It's a lifelong skill for them. It's something that if they really enjoy it and they want to keep doing it, they can look more into it and say, you know, this is pretty fun. I want to see what's out there.
And it's not only an athletic skill, it also teaches endurance, challenges them to move outside their comfort zones, and boosts their self-confidence.
Some have a tough time, they're scared of heights. But I say, you know, we'll hook you up, you know, we'll try it. And some don't want to, you know, and some actually, they get up to the wall, and I say, okay, go try 2, and they get going, they forget where they're at, and all of a sudden they're up to the top. And they don't realize it, and they kind of have a good feeling when they get done. So the students really enjoy this.
This is just one out of a variety of unique activities Mr. Hamilton introduces to his students throughout the school year.
We try to give them a little taste of everything, so it's one more thing that they can actually take away from gym class and hopefully use it into their life, and hopefully stay fit and keep on exercising.
Well, I'm totally jealous. As you can see, the kids had a great time. I was amazed at how fearless they were. You never know, maybe someday one of these kids will be climbing Mount Everest, and they can look back on their days at Bryan Elementary and thank Mr. Hamilton for introducing them to the sport. Well, that just about wraps up this edition of District-Wide Update, but before we go, we'd like to congratulate 4 Hempstead students who presented at the 4th National Student Summit on the Ocean and Coast in Washington, D.C. Dewey Sun, Jack Hostager, Rachel Brufloat, and Alyssa Mendenhall all participated in the Student Environmental Conference at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium, where they learned about best practices in soil and water management. They then developed a project planning rain gardens at Hempstead to help control parking lot water runoff. Now, this project resulted in an invitation to present to federal experts at the National Student Summit on March 11th. Congratulations, everyone. What a great way to represent your school and our district. Well, now you're all up to date. Of course, this doesn't even begin to cover all the cool things happening in our district. So if you have anything going on in your schools that you think we should know about, please send us an email at tellyourstory@dbqschools.org. And for more coverage on our school district, you can always check out our website, www.dbqschools.org. Until next time, thanks for joining us.